Yep. Kicking it, broadcasting across the galaxy. I just stepped out of the CERN Super Collider. They just sent me to the D-Wave computer.
There you go.
I just stepped through
another dimension.
D-Wave, man. Stargate. Yep, here we are. Drop down here in Palm Harbor, Florida, and one of my favorite pool room strokers right into the seat next to you, my good friend.
There you
Robert
go.
Martinez, great to see you. We're here, Brett Stottlemeyer, Mark Montgomery. This is round 18 action, the 9 o'clock round on day 2 of the 2017 U.S. Amateur Championships. And what an awesome event it's been.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. I was just mentioning that Brett is no stranger to the streaming table. Placed 5th last year. This guy has a lot of firepower.
Yep, he's amazing player.
I would say he would have to be the favorite in this. Not taking anything away from Mark. Mark is a good player. He's got his work cut out for him because Brett is not gonna give him too many easy games. I can't foresee that happening.
Yeah, he's on the streaming table every year at this event.
A nice solid break, pocketed the ball. Looks like he made a stripe. He's got a nice, easy shot to get started. After he surveyed the table, he decided he's going to go with the ball that was hanging in the hole. One thing Brett does is he shoots fairly quickly. He doesn't take too much time. He knows what he wants to do with it. He gets down and he pulls the trigger. And he's exciting to watch. There's no doubt about it.
All right. We're going to have Stuart Warnock coming in a little bit. He's
okay.
Working on a Q deal, but I'd be interested to hear him and you commentate. He's a great commentator.
Absolutely.
And a great player, too. You know Stuart?
Is this
from New York? Yeah, right there.
No, I've seen him in Vegas.
Well, you're going to be quick friends with him real quick.
No problem.
So you guys are both pool players, great guys. So you'll get
I think we had a conversation there in Vegas and for briefly, but
great guy, man.
It was too brief to remember. It's just pretty much
Darren Appleton, what's going on? But it's Brian. What's going on? Sorry, dude. That's the last time I'm doing that joke, man. Oh, I gotta bust you out though. Jason caught you. Drive for the 5 he said already is taken. He said the Patriots use that, and so he changed it to strive for the 5. Strive? You drive? Okay. Drive for the 5, Brian Parks. All right, well.
Just like that, we are 1-0. Stottlemeyer didn't take any time to get through that rack.
Well, I know you're not here to hang out and have soda pop, so you must be playing here this shortly, correct? Oh, so you do got a little while. So that's like a smartwatch that looks like a old-fashioned watch. Why don't you just wear an old-fashioned watch? Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, it's one of those things. Right on. Okay. Well, hey, man, drive for the 5, man.
Chit-chatting with
Would you
Brian
like to
Parks.
commentate, please? Come on, man. You busy? What's going on? Turn.
Well, Stottlemeyer crushes the break. And
talk for a couple minutes. Come on, man. Tell them what 1,000 people watching. Want to promote your sponsors and talk about some. They're tired of listening to me, man. Oh no!
Come on, guys. Can we talk Brian in? Come on. Talk with Brian Parks. He's a 4-time U.S. amateur champion. He's going to get on the mic with me.
I'm not liked on the chat room very much, so.
Good evening, Brian.
Good evening.
Yeah. So For the people that don't know you, Brian, which is kind of hard to imagine in the APA world, you are quickly becoming a legend if you're not already a legend. Let the people know, where are you from?
Bakersfield, California.
Bakersfield, California.
Yep.
And
hello, everybody out there.
We are sitting here at Palm Harbor Strokers.
Yes, great place.
Awesome place.
Oh, their food is amazing.
People are great, friendly. Get a chance to sit behind the booth and spectate and make comments.
Yeah.
You're no stranger to Brett. You've probably had a few battles with him.
He's a great player. Yeah, we played last year. I got him 7-5. He had me 5-1.
Yeah, he is a machine.
He is. Plays good.
You know, it's funny when you get closer to the end, you can kind of see the cream rising to the top. You know, the mistakes are becoming less and less out there on the table. The position play is crucial, and it's on point.
Yeah. Brett's actually done as far as stream table goes. He's never lost on this stream table. So.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's pretty pumped up to play. So. Yeah.
You know, I think you are absolutely right. Last time I was here and I commented a match with
what a shot. That was a
with
great
Alvin. Brett was on the ropes, but he came back and won that match.
Yeah, he looks like he's in gear right now already. So.
All right.
He's a little upset he lost his match though, but he lost 7-3, and you know he had chances, but this David Raoul played great. So.
Oh. Yeah, David Raoul, another champion.
Yes, he's won it twice, I believe.
Yes, so this field was littered with former champions.
Yeah.
I think this is probably the toughest field I've seen in
Ever.
the 2 times. Yeah, I mean between yourself, Ernesto, Kenny, Henry, David,
Ernesto Bayal for sure.
Right,
Yeah.
Robert Hall. I mean,
and there's some new guys that I've seen. I don't know. I've seen a couple guys that they're out of the tournament now, but I was so impressed by how good they play.
Right.
It's a good
Made
shot.
quick work of this rack too. I mean, this guy here, he wastes no time. He's like 3 strokes and he's in. Easy breezy. 2-0.
Now he's playing Mark, right? I played Mark earlier. So.
Yeah, I think after you tortured him, you warmed him up for me. And
okay.
So, thank you, but not really.
Mark plays really good.
Yeah, I had a few chances. I cannot sit there and say that it's not like I played great and didn't get there. You know, he gave me opportunities, and I just failed to do my part. You know, he beat me 7-3. But nothing against the way he played. He did good. He did good. Capitalized on my mistakes. Speaking of Mark, it looks like he lives in Alton, Illinois. He's 39 years old, and he's been playing pool for about 20 years, 20 or better.
Uh-oh, broken scratch.
I'm sure Mark is happy to see that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mark, looks like he, in 2016, he was the Missouri 8-ball All-Star champion. So
awesome.
No wonder he had me down 4-1 after playing 8-ball.
Yeah, he playing 8-ball with me. He just kind of poked the balls around but he got out.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, dang, this guy plays good. So.
Yeah, I mean that's the key. If you're gonna start making balls, you better go all the way.
I was actually outside talking to his wife, and she said that he's gone 2-0 in this tournament every single time.
Is that right?
So this year is definitely a great year for him. He's
wow.
well, so.
Well, kudos for that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the loser is going to come in 17th place, and the winner gets to keep going to try to become the 2017 U.S. Amateur Champion.
Yes. I do want to say again hi to everybody in Bakersfield, California. My wife, Sarah, and my kids, Madison and Jordan. all the friends and family back there. We're trying to represent.
There you go.
And also, just because I have to say it, as far as all these guys talking on the internet and Facebook and everything else, the window is open for you guys to qualify to get into this event. They opened it early this year, so.
Yeah, I just found that out. I actually called out a few of my hometown guys, said, hey, you guys,
Well, they have a lot to say, so I'd like to see them all try and get out here and come bust us, I guess, or whatever they want to do. So,
I mean, it's a different situation. I mean, everybody's been in the hot seat, playing for whatever and doing your thing. But when you're under the lights, and everybody is tuned in online, they're watching and they're critiquing. It's a different animal.
It's a way different animal.
And you have to try to keep your composure.
Stick to your pre-shot routine. Do everything you can do. So yeah, it's tough.
I mean, it makes me appreciate the guys on the Moscone team that much more. I mean, that is the highest level.
I couldn't imagine what their hearts feeling like when they're in that thing. So.
Yeah, it's probably beaten 90-0. I mean, just. I mean, the adrenaline that they have going through them, and that they have to keep their composure.
Just all the pressure for your country. So,
yeah.
It's coming up pretty soon.
What a nice shot.
What a great shot. All right, so he's battling back.
Yeah, he's got some fight in him.
Yeah.
I told you he was happy to see Brett scratch off the break. He made quick work of that rack and got us a ball game, 2-1.
You never know. Nobody's ever out of this tournament. Like my buddy, he was up 5-1, and the guy wins a game and breaks and makes 3 9-balls in a row.
Wow.
So you never know. Sometimes it looks like they're getting killed, and then out of nowhere that's the rules.
They find that river card.
Yeah, exactly. So. But I know, talking to Brett outside, he's very pumped up right now. He's pretty upset how he played, so he wants to prove a point.
Is that right?
Yeah. So obviously scratching on the break's not going to help, but.
Right. I mean, and of course losing to David. I mean, Raul, the guy is.
David's
he's a quiet.
Always in the top of this field. So
yeah.
You're figuring no matter what, he's looking at like 7th, 8th, or better every time he's here. So.
Right. I mean, you literally could have 1st through 8th place and be nothing but repeat champions, or at least a champion.
Yeah. I know Raymond Linares is actually,
right.
I don't know if he won or if he lost, but.
I don't know. He was playing on.
He was playing Marvin Gus.
On the back table there.
Good matchup. I was actually playing right next to him, and they were back and forth. So.
Yeah, and Raymond's he was still on the right side, so he hasn't lost yet.
Correct.
So
Marvin's having a great tournament. He looks really, really focused. So, and Raymond always is focused.
Right,
so.
And that's another champion. So you have Brian Parks, Raymond Linares, Kenny Brisbane,
Henry Brote's still in it.
Henry Brote, David Rowell, Robert Hall, Ernesto Baiua. There's 7 guys right there that I just mentioned that have won this tournament.
That are still in.
That some of them have won it multiple times. I'm sitting right next to Brian Parks. He's won it 4 times. He's the only American to have won this. Well, he's the only person to have won this 4 times, period. So it's not American. He's the only one in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Henry Brote called me out last year, so I had to come back. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, after this, he's going to be doing Allstate commercials or something. I don't know what he's going to be doing.
He's still grinding hard, playing good.
Henry?
Yes.
Yeah. Really well. I think, did he just take his first loss?
He did take a loss, but again, like I said, you never know in this tournament. So.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Oh, yes, Kenny Brisbane lost. Actually, a shout out to my buddy Mike Tucci, who put him to the loser side from Fresno, California. Mike Tucci.
Another California champion.
Yeah, he plays good. He's not really good looking, but he plays good.
Well, you don't have to be good looking to be a pool player.
Oh, no.
It helps get the money, though.
All right, looks like Brett's going to probably take a 3-1 lead here. You're right. He ain't messing around. He's just slinging.
Yeah, this match is probably going to be over in about 25 minutes.
Yep. Oh, anytime.
But yeah, Brett looks pretty focused. Mark looks focused. It's just a matter of who's at the table. And I think that's going to be the key as to who wins the game.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen very many.
Watching both these guys and playing them both before, I'd say Brett has a little more firepower.
That's exactly what I had said right before you sat down, that if I had to place a bet, I would place it on Brett because he has more firepower.
Yeah. Plus, he's coming off a loss where he's a little bit angry right now. So.
Yeah, he's got some motivation for sure. But kudos to Mark Montgomery for making it this far
Like
along
I
in the
said,
field.
Yeah, he's ecstatic right now, basically, to even to still be in the tournament and playing well. So
Yeah, I would have loved to have been in his shoes for sure, you know. But he did a good job. He did a real good job. Right after Mark and I played, Mark played a guy named Amos Bush from my hometown area.
okay.
And Mark beat him 7-3. So, and Amos is a good player. Amos is a real good player. So it just goes to show you how focused he is right now. The score is not really indicative as to how well he plays. It's just that Brett's just kind of steamrolling
Brett's
things.
kind of a monster, so you got to be careful with him. So.
So
All right,
here we
let's
go
see
in
if he
rack
can
5.
Keep his cue ball on the table here. What a break.
Boy, man, I'm telling you, he crushed him.
Oh,
Oh, he got kissed
Scratched
in the
again.
corner. Yeah, but it wasn't like he put it. I mean, it's tough when you get
it's bad
kicked
luck.
in,
That's
you
a
know.
roll, yeah. So
You know.
I've been watching different people, and I'm a second ball breaker. I don't hit the head ball.
Yeah,
And
always second ball.
Well, I've been watching a lot of these guys breaking from the head ball, and they're breaking dry a lot.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I always go to the second ball, and I feel like having that 8 ball bonus point is huge.
right.
So, and I've made it, I think, 5 times so far.
This
So,
weekend.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So,
That's excellent. Yeah, I like the second ball break. Sometimes it varies. You know, if I'm breaking the second ball and I'm not getting good action out of the rack,
yeah.
then I may change it up a little bit and go for the head ball. But as I was explaining earlier, that usually when I try to go off the head ball, that I try to draw the cue ball off the rack.
Of course, yeah.
You know, try to use the approach that Earl uses,
Yeah.
and try to avoid getting kicked in a pocket.
Correct. But I feel like if you make a ball and there's a bunch of balls tied up, which is what kind of can happen with a second ball break, but it's kind of in your favor because if you don't make a ball, there's some tied up balls and the other guy's in trouble.
Right.
Like right off the bat, he's got to work through things.
Absolutely.
When you break them head ball like this, they're wide open. So
True. Yeah, you got to be a surgeon when you use that second ball break because you got to pick through clusters and you
Correct.
got to move some balls around. And I think that's where if you have a good 14-1 background, you know, where you can kind of jostle some balls around a little bit and you know how the balls are going to react when you go into a group, that comes into play.
yeah, like as you know, you're not supposed to really bump balls unless you have to.
Right.
So, and you can see the guys that actually do play like maybe straight pool background or something that don't really bump balls, that play great 8 ball. Robert Hall is one of them that plays very smart 8 ball. So, and he's a past champion as well. So, which you said he's still in, I believe, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. I know he put my buddy Stuart Warnock out of the tournament, so I really thought Stuart was going to be going super deep in this tournament.
Oh, no, looks like Robert is out. He plays 25th.
Oh, okay.
So we got a former champion that
Did get knocked out?
had to exit out of here. Looks like he lost to a man named Horia.
Oh, that's my buddy Oria, who also
Oria?
qualified out of California.
Okay. Well, he's got a chance to knock another champion out because now he's going to play.
Kenny Brisbane next.
Kenny
Good.
Brisbane.
Yeah, Jorge's a super nice guy.
So
He qualified out of Fremont, I believe. No, or Milpitas. Milpitas, California. So.
Looks like he had some crumbs on your lip that needed some
Yeah.
assistance.
That guy's been messing with me the whole tournament. All right, well, I got a beer at the bar, so it's my turn to get
Brian,
going.
it's been a pleasure.
You got it. I'm glad to see you guys, and thanks for
right.
having me on here.
That's Brian Parks, folks, 4-time U.S. amateur champion. He's still on the right side of the tournament and trying to make it 5.
Wow, we got like 15 whole minutes out of him, didn't we?
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. Those guys
good.
usually don't have patience.
I've talked to
that
Brian
long,
a
but
few
that's good.
times.
Pool, they're just tired of looking at pool, that's all.
Yeah.
How many racks has that guy looked at?
Oh, my
Sick of
goodness. Brian is a very, very seasoned player. He plays
Billion racks of
He
pool.
plays in California, plays on the Mez Tour.
Oh, man, I can't do all that.
I mean, I think he was Player of the Year on the Mez Tour. I mean, this guy,
He's dedicated, huh?
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Loves his hobby.
Yes.
Did he say what kind of job he has? I forget. He's got some kind of technical job.
I'm pretty sure he is insurance
Software
agent. But
yeah, that's right.
If memory serves me correct, I believe he lost a good friend, and I know this because I watched his posts on Facebook and stuff. He lost a friend named Cue Ball Mike, and I think Cue Ball Mike was the owner of the pool hall in Bakersfield, or one of them. And I want to say that maybe Brian ventured off into business in that pool hall. I think he picked up the business.
Well, that'll get you to be playing a lot of billiards.
Yeah. Makes me wonder when he's writing policies. I like Brian a lot.
Yeah, you don't need to be in an office to do that, really. You just need a phone and a computer.
No,
they don't know where you're at when you call in. They have no idea if you're sitting in they assume you're sitting in an office, but...
Yeah, I mean, you can handle it with a laptop and a cell phone.
Just go out to your car and talk on the phone. They don't know if you're in an office or you're in the car.
Yeah. Every time I've talked to Brian, he's been very gracious, and I really enjoy his company.
He's a cool guy, for sure. Brett Stottlemeyer here. I've known Brett a long time, man.
Yeah, he is.
Played with him out of Maryland and done a lot of live streams with way back from Planet Pool Tour days. Ouch.
Wasn't
painful.
expecting to see that.
That'll keep you up at night. That'll wake you up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Gasping for air.
Ooh, and he left him a big pocket. He could actually, if he could miss off the 8 and still make the ball. I don't foresee Mark doing that. Mark's playing pretty straight. There's no pressure on that shot with that 8 ball right there. He made a real nice shot. And instead of 4-1, now we're looking at a 3-2, and Mark is going to be breaking going into 9 ball.
You don't get this far in the tournament if you don't know how to play, so.
That's true. Again, I want to thank Brian Parks for sitting in for a few minutes and commentating with me. It's always nice to hear from
not hear me.
Champions. You get to hear what they have to say about.
That's why I like. Shots. Come on, man, get in the booth.
Yeah.
Do it.
He needs to come in a little more.
That's
often.
how I have to do these guys. And the girls too. The women, excuse me. So we're here at the U.S. Amateur Championships at Strokers Palm Harbors. It's 3-2.
Uh-oh.
Well.
It's a good way to lose a stake horse right there. At least that's what I've been told.
For sure. Good way to go home in the morning.
Yeah.
you just yawn? Cannot
Unfortunately,
do that.
it has been a very long day, but I apologize, folks.
Oh, yeah. Long day. Long. I don't even know what day it is. Saturday.
To me, this is just as much of a treat as winning the trip to play in this event.
Yeah.
I enjoy sitting in the booth and commentating with
Tell us
the
all
Wild
about it, man. Wild boy. Yeah, I'm here. Here we are. I came out of my shell to over there in Florida, over on the East Coast.
That's right.
Hiding out.
You were crustacean.
Yep. Out there treasure hunting.
Little hermit came out of his shell.
I'm trying to get them pieces of 8, man. Them Spanish reals.
Right.
Doubloons and all that. So.
That was a very nice shot he just made right there.
And I think if plays his shots right here.
Looks like that's going to be a pretty good combo, and the 3 just sticks. Yep.
Yeah, APA.poolplayers.com. It's the website, and the U.S. Amateur Championships. Excuse me, U.S. Amateur Championship.com
That's right.
is where you find out about this event. In case you're just joining us.
That is open for registration.
Yeah, and you don't have to be an APA member.
No.
But it'd be a good idea. It's something social to do every week.
So I'm wondering, are they going to continue to have it at 128 players since they're opening it up right now?
I am the video guy from the Inside Pool in the billiard channel, so I do not know or could give you legal advice about live on air to 1,000 people about technical information. I should know this, but just my responsibility of just making the video happen is huge on my mind. So I should know all these things. I don't know. I would assume that it's the same.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe it's. I'm sure they'll adapt if it's.
I mean,
you can't fit any more people than that.
Oof, could you imagine if this was
no
256
way. No way. We'd
field?
be done. Finals would be starting 6 a.m. Tuesday morning.
This would be a week-long event.
It would be like a double. It would be like a. This one tournament we did was a guy to win twice, like races to 11. It started 6 a.m. Monday morning. It was horrible, man.
You know,
JR made us do it, man. We streamed. That was back when he did it with us, man. There was no turning back. We had to film it. That was a Shannon Dalton event, and there what happened? He had a million billion people show up to play, and it just got out of hand.
Yeah,
it took forever. That's on YouTube somewhere. It was
that
funny.
the Great Southern Billiard Tour?
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing something like
that
on YouTube. Yeah, I like to watch
crazy.
a lot of pool matches on YouTube.
Yeah, and I was real young then. I didn't know what I was talking about. I don't even watch those. I delete most of those old matches off Inside Pool.
So have you told our streaming audience any of your background history, where you're from?
Oh, man, no. We don't talk about those kind of things. No.
For legal reasons, we don't talk about
No, they'd rather probably talk about the match. So.
I understand.
But, yeah, I'm from a place called Hartville, Ohio, which is a tiny little town in the middle of Ohio, and it's like it was a really nice town. And very safe, no alcohol, no bars or anything. I grew up in a real nice town, and I got in video production through a personal injury law firm out of Akron, Ohio, that the owner sponsored pool events.
Okay.
So he was a lawyer, and he did his own commercials, so he had access to video equipment. His son was like my best friend, so we just started filming pool, and they knew like Niels Fan and some of the pros through Akron, Ohio, which is a huge pool town.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just kind of got hooked up with Niels Fan, and we started just organically doing these matches. That was in 2002. Then we did the first live stream ever in 2002, the World Summit of Pool out of New York City, and then after that it just kind of took off.
Nice.
Worked for AZ Billiards, Matchroom Pool, and then now Inside Pool. Now I own a little piece of Inside Pool with Ron Hoffman, the new owner. J.R. Cowart moved on to bigger, better things. But this is his baby. This Inside Pool is this product of J.R. Calvert. He's an awesome guy.
Well, we sure do appreciate your service. I mean, getting to have this stream for the people that can't be here.
Thank APA. They make this happen. I couldn't do this on my own.
Well, I think it's
anymore,
two parts.
so.
You know, they need you as well. You know?
Sure, it's awesome. I love that they pick me every year. Jason and Bill and Steve and everyone. They like having me here. But I'll tell you what, man. I don't play games, man. I get it done.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they like. Go ahead.
Now, I just wanted to point out that was a nifty little shot there.
Let's talk about the match for sure.
Mark didn't have a good shot. You know, Brett had played a real good save, so instead of giving a ball in hand, he tied up the 7 or the 6 and the 8 or the.
That's the way to do it, right there.
You know, he did something different to make it where it wasn't open, a whole bunch of open balls, and that's exactly what you got to do. Now he's going to give him ball in hand here. He didn't mean to do that, but he tied up those balls, and that's what's saving him right now, because Brett having ball in hand, he's not going to be able to run out without doing something tricky. He's probably going to play safe again, probably try to get the 4 close to the side pocket, or maybe even bank the ball. He's going to try to put the ball right by those balls so that he can go into them or do something.
Now, Brett, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, even though if he ends up giving a ball in hand again, it's not the end of the world here. Like I said, he's going to have to do something different. He might get the end rail here. Look at this. That was a very nice kick.
Good shot.
That was a very nice kick shot.
You know he's going to play a good counter safety, or at least attempt to. It leaked out on him, though.
Yeah, these guys are just jostling for position right now.
Well, he's got the shot.
They're all knotted up at 3. Yeah, but, I mean, even if he takes the shot right now, these 2 balls that Mark tied up, you know, I mean, it's almost like an 8-ball. You don't want to go out until you know you can go all the way out, or set that ball up where you can break out those 2 balls over on the right-hand side. Yep, that's a very nice shot executed by Brett. And see, that's exactly what I was talking about. He's trying to put that ball by the side pocket to give himself a chance to break out the balls that Mark had tied up.
Excellent racket pull here.
So now Mark has to figure something else out, because he either has to make contact. So look at this. He's going to shoot. He's going to send the 7 up. Oh, no. Oh, he could see it. Well, our camera was a little deceiving to us. It looked like Brett had stuck him pretty good, but in actuality, Mark had hit the ball. So he didn't try to make it. He just tried to get it away from that little cluster, the 6 and the 8.
Oh, man. What's that? Playing good. Yep.
Yeah.
Playing real nice.
Brett rattled an 8-ball to go up 4-1. And
Brian Parks is asking us what's going on.
That enabled Mark to float the last ball down, and he was straight in on the 8. So he goes into 8-ball, down 3-2, but he's breaking, and won the first game in 9-ball. And now these guys are jostling for position. Mark tied these 2 balls up over here because he didn't have a good shot. Brett had played safe on them. And so now they're just kind of jostling around a little bit until somebody could break it out. Yeah.
You going to finish commentating or what? Come on, man. What are you doing?
All right, folks. We got Brian Parks back in the booth with me.
I'm back. They're out of Bud Light.
That's not a dilly-dilly.
All right, so since I left, 3-3 now.
Yeah, 3-3. Mark's just bumped to 6. I don't know.
He might have left the billiard here. No, he's just going to baby up to it.
Yeah.
This could be a long game here.
Yeah, once he tied these balls up, they had about 3 or 4 defensive shots back and forth. They're checking to see if the balls froze. And I see the 6 ball getting buried.
This could be it. Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Might have left the cross bank.
Yeah.
Or if you're feeling frisky, 1 rail up in the top left corner.
Oh,
Just
or you
like
can
that.
just try and do that. It's kind of careless, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I kind of like him. If you're going to do it, lock him on the bottom rail.
Yeah.
Don't leave him up there.
Yeah, just give him just a.
Yeah, Brett's going to fire this one 3 rails.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 1 rail.
1 rail straight back. He's going to hit the 9.
He's going to get there, though.
Well,
Oh,
no, the
you're
9.
right.
Yep.
Might see Johnny Jumper coming out here.
And he's on the bottom rail. I mean, that 7 is on the bottom rail, so
I like the jump shot here if you could. He's right-handed, so it's perfect for him.
over the kick. See, we don't have a zoom, but you can see he's right down here on the end rail. It's not wide open.
You got to hit at that speed.
Oh,
That's
man,
great
what a
shot.
beautiful shot.
Almost too hard.
Yeah. Man, he come out really good on that.
Oh, that's a great shot.
These guys are battling, man.
That might win you a match, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That was a great.
These guys are battling. There's no doubt. Each one of them are here to win, and they're not giving up by no means. I mean,
that's definitely the type of roll or the change of a match right there that can win you the match for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, you make a kick shot with some authority, man. You just stuck it in the dagger in the side a little deeper.
Especially when you just gave away a lead. You know,
Yes.
now you're tied up, and now big swing.
Yes, huge swing. Every game is so huge.
Yes.
You know, I mean, even the very beginnings, you think that, okay, well, it's just 1-0. Well, you know, if it goes hill, and you gave up that first game, you really would have already won the match.
Yeah, correct.
You know, so every game is important.
I feel super fortunate so far. I haven't played very good, and I'm still on the winner's side. So
That's good. That's good.
Enjoyed playing everybody I've played so far, though. They're all super nice guys. Even when I played Mark was a great guy to play. So
Yeah. Everybody here, I haven't experienced one bad opponent.
That's why that's one of the reasons I keep coming to this tournament. Is it's the relationships you build with everybody is awesome. So.
Right. Yeah, I was just commenting, you know, that that every time you and I get a chance to talk, that I always enjoy, you know, our conversations. And
sure. We don't get to meet up very often, but
right, yeah, it's just usually Vegas, you know, or here. This is the second time I've been here, but
it's a good shot.
I qualified again for. Well, I haven't done the regionals yet, but I did qualify for singles, so I'm gonna try my luck at the singles again. And
the APA puts on a good event always. So
yeah, you've done well in the singles.
The 9-ball I've done all right. That's pretty good, but the 8-ball just seems to be haunting me for some reason. I got I think 7th, 8th is the best I've done.
Yeah.
And actually, that's the year I won 9-ball. I got 7th, 8th, and the 8-ball. So had a shot at. Oh,
look at this!
Nice.
What a shot! It was a nice hit, and you got a good.
That's another roll there that could change this whole set. So.
You know, I always, every so often, I'll say something about former champions, pro champions, and one of the things I like to talk about is Grady Matthews. You know, Grady would say, only good things can come if you hit the ball, even if you miss the shot. You know, like that kick shot. Had he missed the shot, Brett doesn't get to put the cue ball where he wants to.
Correct.
He's not. So he's
Still
out
have
of
that
his comfort
funny
zone a little
angle
bit.
a little,
Yes, and so, but this time he hit the ball, and he got a good roll.
And I've noticed that too. That's why this is like the amateur championship. Is you can see, like, when I'm watching all the different matches, we're all making those little mistakes, being on the wrong side of the ball, doing this, doing that, and then trying to roll the ball in.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you miss, and you're scratching your head thinking. But that's why I think it's an amateur event.
Right.
You're not seeing people here putting 7-packs together and just it's over. Nobody's. I have seen a few, like, a couple breaking runs in a row or something, but the other guy, like I said earlier, with 3 9-ball breaks in a row. But it's.
I think the best display that I've witnessed here at this event was the last time I was here, and it was in the semifinals, and it was David Rao playing Ernesto Baua, 2 champions, and David beat Ernesto 7-0. And they started out playing 8-ball, and he broke and ran, I think, 2 or 3 racks in a row of 8-ball. And the very first opportunity that he couldn't make a ball, he had Ernesto buried. Yeah. And every time Ernesto came to the table, he was buried. And that's what you got to do to guys like Ernesto and yourself. I mean,
Correct.
if you –
oh,
wow, look at that.
That was a big swing.
Sure is, because, I mean, you talk about 4-4 Mark breaking. Now it's going to be 5-3 Brett breaking, provided he
seemed like he kind of rushed that shot, too.
He must have been a little uncomfortable.
He got down and stretched on it and just figured he had it, I think. So it looks like we're probably going to go 5-3, like you said. So.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, that's probably one of the worst things you could have done is let Brett have this game here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. He must have took his eye off the ball. Like I said, he rushed it for whatever reason.
He one-stroked it and just stretching. So.
Yeah. So just like that, folks, it's 5-3 Brett Stottlemeyer.
Like I said, too, Mark's elated to be where he's at right now. So this is the furthest he's ever made in the tournament. And,
Good for him. Sometimes until you get over that hump of winning, I was listening to a guy, and I apologize for not remembering the guy's name. He was a former military guy, which, by the way, happy Veterans Day. Thank you guys for your service. And he's a motivational speaker now, and he says that our brain only works on about 40%, and that we have to unlock those barriers so that we can get 60, 50, 60, 70%, 80% use of what and it's it's once we unlock those doors, then we can see ourselves winning the championship, not once, not twice, but everybody has to go through that struggle, and they have to get to that point where when you get to the table, you just punch the clock. Your business as usual.
He's definitely has a great break. He hits him real square, and he broke dry though.
Yeah. Now, when you're breaking, do you like to use the cut break?
No, I'm basically hitting the one almost head on and drawing the cue ball back to the middle diamond. Okay. I think it's been working pretty decent. So, and again, if you're using the wood rack, if you're using the magic rack, there's all different ways to do it. So
sure.
Most of us have been using the wood rack, not the magic rack, because 8-ball you can't use the magic rack. You can, but I don't really agree with it because the balls constantly are, you can't lift that rack.
Right.
The 8-ball one, so you're constantly seeing balls, fall off of it and do this and do that, and I don't think your patterns are going to be the same as what they would be with a wood rack. So I opt out of using it personally. But
I had one match yesterday that we used it, and one today. It's not my personal favorite. It only would use it as last resort if the balls just can't seem to stay together.
Correct.
But because it does get frustrating, and you go to these bigger events, and Vegas, there are some times when you're at the tables and for whatever reason,
they just rack horrible there. So
they just can't get the balls to sit right, and it's frustrating. I'm sorry, you were saying that what happened just now?
As far as
Brett, did he just play it safe?
Yeah, they're
Uh-oh.
they're battling back and forth here. There's another one of those little caroms rolls he got, but he's gonna have to make him pay for it. You know, and take advantage of this roll.
Yes, and
I think that was the safe he was really trying to play.
looks like maybe a two-way shot. What do you
Yeah, I
think?
don't think that ball went by that ball to go in. Play 10-3.
Well, it looks like it paid off for him. Mark's got ball in hand now.
Definitely has to take advantage of this rack, though.
Yes, he cannot afford not to win this rack right here. You do not want to find yourself down 6-3 against a guy like Brett.
Yeah.
And Mark's got the ability. It's just staying within his, don't
Correct.
get too anxious about any particular shot. Just stay
Yeah,
down.
that's what I've noticed about him. He rushes the shot every once in a while, and that's what's been his errors. But
Yeah. I think it's common for a lot of amateurs, the anxiety builds up
yeah.
within you, and then you end up rushing yourself,
Or sometimes you think, oh no, it's right there, it's in. I can make this, and then
Yeah.
you don't go down with that.
I missed some ball.
authority.
I missed a shot yesterday, ball in hand. Ball was maybe 4 inches from the pocket, but I took my eye off of it,
Yep.
and I was trying to cut it and go one rail out, and next thing you know, I bobbled the ball, and I'm like, could not believe I did that. And the bad thing was, it wasn't on the streaming table, but I was streaming it myself with my cell phone, and so I had to go and comment and just say, oops.
So this shot here is the key shot for him to get out, and it seems pretty basic, but it's not.
Oh,
you gotta make sure you stay down and see.
Uh-huh.
It's just that angle's a little funny to
Yeah.
some people.
Yeah, you got to hit. I mean, you don't want to crush it, but you definitely. I mean, because look at the angle he has on the 7. If the ball went,
He's still flirting with the side now and everything else. Yeah, so Stottlemeyer shoot.
Brett made a nice shot.
That's not the greatest angle.
No. I'm pretty sure he wanted that ball to come off the rail and be about 3 inches off the rail at least.
He's gonna try and come back right where he was
This
almost.
guy's such a monster, though. He's used to
Popped it right
all
in.
kinds of predicaments. What do you like here, drawing it or 2 rails?
I'm weird. I put a ton of inside and fire it. That's just me. He hit it perfect.
He hit it really, really
Great
nice.
speed.
Man, what a shot. And the one thing we talked about, not letting Brett win this game, just happened. So now Brett will be
All right,
breaking
he's
on the hill.
Yeah. Just watch the 9 ball and see where it might possibly go. Are they using the wood rack? Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah, they're using wood rack.
Yeah, I personally, I love the Magic rack and everything else, but I really feel like some of these guys with the Magic rack could actually probably run the set,
Yeah.
for sure. So
Yeah, they practice enough with it. They're, maybe using a cut break and
corner ball being wired, yeah.
Mhm.
So, and this table, Brett and I were in a little disagreement outside talking about it, like whether or not if the lights make the table faster or slower. I think it makes it faster.
I did too.
Yeah, it heats it up a little bit, and it's definitely a faster table. But this table itself, though, seems to play a hair looser than some of the tables we've been playing on.
Yeah, I noticed that I shot a ball and caught a little bit of rail and was worried whether or not it was going to go in, and it did went in.
Yeah. I think it's just a matter of the speed you hit it at. If you hit it real hard and you hit the rail first, then
you have no chance.
It might not go in.
Yeah.
But if you roll it slow, like,
I think his past miss is getting the best of him right now.
I think Mark has possibly given up.
That definitely looked like his body language right there. And of course, letting Brett to the table.
But again, this is not. It's not dead over. I mean,
No.
If Mark gets back there and gets to 6-4 breaking,
If he gets back to the table.
Correct.
I'm sure Brett's going to do everything in his power not to let him back to the table.
That's a great shot. He's perfect. I think the 3-ball has a little window down the rail down there, so as long as he can roll it up there. Yeah.
Oh, but there you go. Just what you were just talking about.
Yeah, it still goes.
You know, ball should have probably stood up and jarred out of the pocket, but it went down.
Yeah, I just got done the table I played on in the corner of the building. It's tight.
Yeah.
It doesn't take 2 balls in it.
Table number 7 was the same way. I mean,
the diamond?
Yeah.
Or table 1 and 2 are both diamond too.
No, yeah, but it's the one that's closer to the entrance of when you first walk in.
Yeah.
Well, Brett's already on the 6th ball right here, and
making quick work.
He's already pretty much gotten through the toughest part of the rack. It's just a matter of missing the 9 right here. Oh, he caught the 9.
I think he's still okay. He should just back and forth.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not where he wanted to be,
No,
so that's
correct.
playing in his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows he can make it. He's made it 1,000 times. But knowing that you didn't get it where you wanted to be can sometimes play in your head. Yeah, he fired it in just like
he's been shooting great the whole week. So
yeah, he's definitely got so much firepower. I guess we're getting an extension.
Yeah, he's on the left-handed side of this shot, so he's going to have to use a extension or a bridge.
It looks like he's screwing on an extension. Do you have an extension?
I do. It's a Jacoby, actually.
Is that right?
I put on the end of my cue, so I really like it a lot. So it's light.
Yeah. When you were talking about shafts earlier, I recently switched over to a Jacoby Hybrid Edge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sponsored by OB, and I personally think it's the best shaft on the market. So
I understand. Yeah, he's got a tough cut shot. Yeah, he's got a tough cut shot right here. And I think this all plays in
but
with
this is smart on his part, though. He's walking around. He's looking at it.
Absolutely.
He didn't just go right down on the ball. So that's all she wrote,
just like
folks.
that, folks. Brett Stottlemeyer
Good
moves
tournament,
on.
though, Mark. Great tournament.
Good job. Well, Brian, I want to thank you for sitting in with me.
You got it. Thanks for
It's
having
always
me.
a pleasure, man. I enjoy your company. Look forward to talking with you again sometime.
There should be another match coming up. 10:30?
10:30.
Yep. So stay tuned, everybody. All right. I'm
All
signing
right.
off.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
Well, I want to thank Bobby Martinez for doing the commentary. Thanks, Bobby. You going to be here tomorrow? All right, good. I hope to talk to you then. We're going to shut it down for tonight, folks, and we'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early. I hope you had a fun time tonight, and remember to visit usamateurchampionship.com and compusport.ca for the brackets. You can see how everything's progressed. Hope you've enjoyed the video production today. Thanks to the APA at poolplayers.com, the American Poolplayers Association. Join your local league. Get involved in this. Get into this tournament. Come here. Find a qualifier. Go to usamateurchampionships.com. Find out about it. And if not, if you can't play, then come and have a vacation and check it out. Strokers in beautiful Palm Harbor, Florida. Can't ask for better weather. It's the same day every day. It's Groundhog Day. Perfect. Sunny, beautiful birds everywhere. Crazy people. US 19, if you want to have some NASCAR driving, you can go right out front here, and this car's going 100 mile an hour by here. No. It's a great place to be. West Central Florida, Strokers Billiards, awesome food, excellent pool. Look at this beautiful pool table. So I want to personally thank APA for having me here. and we will be back in the morning.
Good money.